So let's talk about feedback. So another way that you can improve your craft, which I find is really crucial, is to get feedback. So find people who will give you honest feedback, who have kind of a niche of what they're doing. For example, you can find online artist critique groups or writer groups or in-person artist meetups, or there's a lot of Discord community where you can find to put your work in to get some honest feedback. One of the most important things, though, that I think you should really make sure is that the people that you're including in your feedback group are looking at it on the lens of your target group. So, making sure that you're sharing context with your work before you put it out there. Like, don't just randomly drop a page. Be like, hey, what do you think? Give it some context. Hey, I'm working on this graphic novel for this audience, whether that's middle grade or adult or young adult. And here's what I'm trying to accomplish with this. What do you think? Does it read well? Am I able to communicate the emotion that I'm trying to communicate with? And you'll notice that certain people, after you kind of have a rhythm of your feedback group, what people are good at. So, for example, my sister's really good at finding my grammar mistakes. And so I'll send her my stuff to kind of be a mini editor for me. Hey, can you read this for me? I've been staring at it for a long time. Lots of times when you are staring or reading through your own work, you miss things. So it's really important to get another set of eyes on it to get that feedback and to find mistakes. So my sister's a great way for me to make sure I don't have any spelling errors or grammar issues or just things that I've kind of bridged the gap with my mind, but really didn't get it out on paper. And my dad's another one that I use because he's been drawing comics for decades, ever since I was a kid. So I'll send him, hey, this is what I'm trying to accomplish with this page. What do you think? Does it fit for this age group? Because he has drawn comics for a bunch of different age groups, kid comics, adult comics. And so I know that I can give him context and, get his expertise on that to tell me the honest truth. I'll brainstorm writing or story ideas with my husband because he's very good at finding like plot holes or things that don't make sense in the story, or oh, this is dragging too much, or this feels filler. All of those things I know my husband's great at, so I'll go ask him. My agent's really good at like, oh, I don't know if this will fit the target audience, or this recent feedback I got was, your pitch is great, but I think the balance of time through the story, is unbalanced. It's like, oh, okay, I really need to get in and figure out why it's unbalanced. So it's like investigating my own work on that feedback. I have a friend who has young kids as well, and so I'll send her my stuff and be like, what do you think? Is this character reading the age that I want them to read as? Did I draw her too old looking, too young looking for this age group? She'll give me that honest feedback. So it's really important to go and gather feedback, but to really know what kind of feedback you're trying to get and what feedback others are good at giving. So that way you're going to the right person to get the right kind of feedback that's going to point you in the direction that you want to go. And also just notate that like feedback is feedback. You're the creator and you know what your vision is, so take it in as a point of understanding. Don't come with it to like defending. Oh my goodness. No, that's not what I was trying to do. You didn't read it right. Like understand why they're perceiving it the way they are, so that way you can really investigate your own work and really make sure that it's going to resonate the way you want it to, is really important. And be open-minded with feedback. Okay, be open-minded with feedback, take it in, come at it with a sense of understanding, and then go forth. That's really, really important to get better at your craft. I'm going to share my latest feedback I got from my agent around my latest book that I'm working on. And I printed out my script because she told me that my time was unbalanced. So I really wanted to understand how I was structuring my time. So I printed it out, wrote down how I had it currently structured. And then I went and grabbed a couple graphic novels like this one, and I studied the flow of time within this book, how they structured time, how they moved through time through a graphic novel that was over 200 pages, because that's my target page count, and this is the same target audience as far as age demographics. So I really wanted to study and understand how other books were balancing their time. So here's an example where you can see the before and afters of getting feedback and receiving feedback, and then how I changed my cover design for this and how much it improved just by getting some simple feedback and really pushing my brain. So here I am drafting my original cover for the Space Academy cover book that I was working on. So this is the cover art for this graphic novel book that I've been working on. So this is the original cover. It kind of simplistic, it's kind of flat. I'm not really happy with it, but I didn't know why. So I started playing around with the font because I got feedback that, oh, the font isn't unique enough. Maybe I should incorporate space into it, right? Now I should make the launch pad bigger, add more dimension to it. It just seemed a little flat and needed more movement and more depth to the cover overall. So I created a new launch pad that was bigger. I made the spaceship go up and actually crash into the title. Now I got feedback that, no, don't put the spaceship in the title because it covers up the title, makes it not as readable. So I took it out, and you see it just going up, drawing your attention to the title. And so you can really see the difference in these two covers just from 3 main feedback bullet points that I've referenced there. So taking that feedback, understanding, and then apply it so that way you can really push yourself and improve. Thank you for watching. If you want to see more, make sure to like and subscribe and follow me on Instagram.